Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Jessica Abernathy, and with me today is Tricia Montgomery, and you are listening to Pets Are Family.
And
Hi,
we're
Tricia.
back.
Yes, we are.
And we're on our new platform. And what the heck? Welcome, Red Coral. Yes, we're excited.
Welcome. Yep. Welcome all the Red Coral people and family. We're excited to be here.
We are so excited to be here. And Frank was up and running and excited, but now he's asleep.
Yep, he's down for the count. I wish Brutus
count.
passed out like that. Brutus is not, he does not go down that fast.
He's got the sunshine behind him. He doesn't know what to do. He wants to go outside. He's in and out the entire time.
Yeah,
Hi.
So, hi, how are you today?
I am amazing. I'm absolutely amazing. It's gorgeous here. It's 90 degrees already in the shade and beautiful.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's 65. It is sunny. It is a crisp fall day here, and it's amazing. I love fall.
Amazing.
That's like my favorite.
I know. Fall. Like you get ready for fall. It's like it's fall. Let's do fall things. Let's do pumpkin. Let's do leaves. Let's do.
No,
spices.
I don't like pumpkin. No, I like hoodies and t-shirts, and I'm wearing hoodies most of the year, but it's like this is like the year, this is the time I'm allowed to wear hoodies and jeans and like flannels. I like flannel sweatshirts, flannel t-shirts. I love flannel, all that stuff. Yeah.
No flannel down here anymore. Sorry, or anywhere on my body. Wouldn't work.
No, you die down there, so.
I would.
So we have a special guest today, don't we?
We do. We have a very special guest.
Yeah, we do. I'm going to be interviewing you today.
Me?
Yes. Look at you. You're all excited.
It's all about me.
You're Tricia and I'm not.
I'm Tricia Montgomery and you're not.
No, I'm not. So today I am going to interview Tricia, and we're going to talk about Moose's March, and we want to share with the new Red Coral family all about our non-for-profit that we are so proud of. And you know, it's your baby. I just tag along, you know what I mean? Just because I have nothing better to do. I just tag along.
Way more than tag along. It's like, yeah.
But it's our baby. It's our non-for-profit that, you know, you started it. I just have been along with you the whole kit and caboodle. So, but I'm going to interview you today so everybody in our new Red Coral family can get to know our non-for-profit and, you know, jump on board on helping us out and,
Absolutely.
you know, and jumping on board, you know, and joining the cause, because it is a great cause, and we try to speak for those that can't speak for themselves. So with that, Miss Tricia, I would like for you to tell us a little bit about what Moose's March is.
Moose's March.
Besides your heart. I know it's
my
your
heart. My heart, yeah. It's interesting, even, you know, 4 years since he's passed, and I can still, my heart still hurts with him, and I think that's evident of every dog. Moose's March is, it's our 501c3, and we're dedicated to the early detection of pet cancer, and it's named in honor of Moose. Just a little bit of background. I was with Paws Humane Society, and it was right during the time of COVID. And it was my birthday, and it was the worst birthday ever. My birthday sucked. It was awful. The worst birthday ever. Couldn't get home, couldn't go out, didn't have any friends, nothing. And here I was working 7 days a week, and it was a Saturday, and I walked in the back of Paws, and a dog had come in overnight, and his brother had come in overnight, and he was in the back kennel, and his name was Boss at the time, and he just kind of looked at me, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if I could take him home, maybe foster him. And so I called our foster coordinator, Sally, and I had to go through the normal protocol that everyone else had to go through. There was no giving anything for the CEO, but I passed, and I brought him home with me, and I think we watched an episode of The Bachelor, And I think I had a glass of wine, maybe a bottle, who knows? And we shared a meal. And then, as you know, all my dogs sleep with me, and he was no different. And I woke up the next morning, and he was like this, like just staring at me, like right in the eyes. And there was a bond. And we went to work on Sunday. I brought him home with me again, and he waited in my office. And I brought him back that Monday because I didn't think that I was ready for a dog, because I had lost Zeus, my red-nosed pit bull, to Cushing's disease. And by the end of the day, my staff decided that I needed a boss for a boss, and they adopted him for me, and he became my glue. And he never left my side. I mean, when I say he never left my side, he never left my side, because he would go to work with me, he would come home with me, he would nudge me, and when it was time to leave, and everybody knew him. Everybody knew who he was. Everybody, the mayor, community, people would ask about him. People would want to adopt him, and I'm like, no, battle cropped ears. He was a hot mess, but he fit. If that makes sense to you.
It does. So how did your experience and your background influence you to start this non-for-profit?
Well, after he passed away, I didn't want to live. My dad had passed away, my mom had passed away, and I found myself on the floor, and I didn't want to go on. And my sister and I think it was Caroline and some other people just basically get off the floor and do something. And we decided to create a program at that time in honor of Moose. And that went into way more, because my background is non-for-profit. My background is in animal welfare, the veterinary profession, and the pet industry. I had so many contacts, and I was so well known in these sectors that it allowed me to just take what I wanted to do and go forward with it. So creating the non-for-profit I think it was easier because I had such a vision of what I wanted to do. And I remember going to VMX, which is the North American Vet Conference, in 23, and I went with a purpose. And I remember meeting with all of these organizations and companies, and I wanted to be dedicated to the early detection of pet cancer. And companies that I met with, some of them didn't pay me the time, basically the time of day, but Volition Veterinary did, and their team did, and they understood what I was trying to accomplish, because there are so many organizations, Jess, that are dedicated to taking care of the pets or that have been diagnosed with cancer. I knew I wanted to be different. In the sea of non-for-profits, I wanted us to stand out and stand apart, that we were trying to not solve cancer, but trying to diagnose cancer before it got too late, because by the time that pet cancer is diagnosed, it's too late.
It's a death sentence.
It's a death sentence. And that's what happened with Moose. He was, I remember putting my arms around him, and he had 4 notes, and he had 3 more, a total of 7. And stage 4 lymphoma, and there was nothing that they could do to make him comfortable, and gone in 2 weeks. And so that was devastating. And I thought, if I could save one person and to stop going through the pain that I went through, then Moose was looking down on me and somehow smiling.
What skepticism or doubt did you face when you started this up from others? You know what I mean? Because it is different in the fact that most people are expecting you to help them after they're diagnosed with cancer. Nobody's expecting you to tell me ahead of time, like, hey, let's do some preventative medicine for your pets. We're so used to doing that for humans. You know what I mean? Like, that's really been a big focus as the years have been coming on, as you know, as we're getting older. You know what I mean? But we're also
wait.
okay. I'm getting older. You're not. You're getting younger. I'm getting older. I'm telling you, we're going to be the Golden Girls. We just got to find our next two. But when we nobody thinks about doing preventative care like that for dogs. So what skepticism and doubt did you get from the communities or from people, or did you not get any?
Oh, I got a ton. People didn't understand what we were trying to do, because early detection, and especially in the veterinary field, it's just getting started. It's just getting started, and people are just starting to talk about it. People have usually done a biopsy, an ultrasound, something that is invasive. And I think with the veterinary profession, it's just hard, because you've got to do the education not only from the veterinary side of it, but from the consumer side of it too. So I think it started with it's education, and us getting off the ground was a little bit difficult, because people loved what we were doing, but nobody was doing what we were doing and trying, how do we figure this out? How do we help? We've got consumers that we're sending early detection tests to through Oncotech, but on the veterinary side of it, we also are assisting people that we're providing tests to shelters, and then getting shelters on board, because there is an aftercare. Because if that diagnosis comes back and that pet is diagnosed with cancer, how do you step in? How do you help? Do you know? And that. So that's where we also pair with partners like Thorne's Promise. We had a case where it was Rhonda, and her dog Van Gogh was diagnosed with cancer, and she couldn't afford it. How do you afford care? So we connected her to Thorne's Promise. And I think that's the importance of working with other partners that are going to be able to provide the aftercare and work in cooperation with them.
Yeah, no, I agree 100% on that one. What do you believe at this point it encourages folks to step up and join our cause with us? You know what I mean? I know how we're getting followers, and I know how we're getting people to step up, but how do we tell those out there to join us, or how do we include them in with what we're doing?
Well, I love that question. I think it's two or threefold. The first one is, I think it's education, because people have to realize that a lot of these illnesses and things that are happening with their pets, they're cancer related, or they could be a prelude to cancer. So obesity, heart disease, inflammation, all of these different things, that is really a symptom of cancer. And I think people don't realize this. So I think it's education. I think the second thing is, we are really reaching out to consumers through our partner, our badge program, because we have companies and organizations that we have worked with them, and they're doing what's right for the environment, whether it's sustainability or products that assist pets that have been diagnosed with cancer, or that can help from food, from wellness, from testing. So I think that's number two. And number three, we're doing I Would Walk Forever. It's our second year, and we're really reaching out to people, letting people know that who will they walk for? How far will you walk for pet cancer? Who will you walk for? And I believe that the more people that get involved, from the in-person walks, whether it's Chicago with you, whether it's in Fort Myers with me, or Wilmington, Delaware with Lisa Speed McGrath from Thorne's Promise, or even our Westminster with Tanya, or a virtual walk. People can get involved. And I think anything takes time. And you know me, I want things I am instant gratification, Tricia. I love,
Yes.
I want it now. I'm like Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. I want it now. I want it now. And I want my
I was going to say,
Oompa
you're kind of like Leroy. My father, Leroy, he wants it now and he wants it for free, damn it. That's what he tells me all the time. I want it now and I want it for free.
I'm more like the girl, like the Oompa Loompa. What is it, Veruca Salt from Oompa Loompa?
The
Willy
blueberry
Wonka.
one?
I want it now, Daddy. I want an Oompa Loompa. That's how I am. And this has taught me patience, although I still need some. But it's taught me patience because I think anything we're doing, it's worth doing well. And right now, feline test in the peer-reviewed papers came out this year. Feline test will be coming out next year, and we're so pleased about that.
Yeah, I know we are.
Yeah. And we're working with, Catalyst Council and Kristen Warman and just all these people for feline cancer and getting these up and moving. I think the canine cancer that has gotten off the ground, there's so many things that we can do now because of education. And again, I think we're just getting started. Education, we write for PetMD. I think the more that people see that, the better off we are. We've got amazing partners in Love Baxter. We have amazing partners in just so many people. Black Paul Memorial with Hillary. I think people are starting to stand up and take notice of us because pet cancer is not exclusive. Everybody's welcome to the party. Everybody's welcome.
Yep.
And the more that you talk about this, everyone has been impacted by cancer, whether it's human or pet. And the more that we talk about it, the more that people are going to understand the importance of early detection.
Yeah, it's not funny at all, but it's interesting. But it's funny, but not funny, but it's not funny. One of those kind of things that, we work so close on trying to make sure we get everybody out there to take the test so they can do it. And I forgot to do Teddy. And what did Teddy pass away of?
Cancer.
Yeah. I cry again, but anyway, so what do you feel the impact that we've made so far in the last 3 years? We've been around for 3. Well,
22 he passed away, and it was a program in 22, and then 23 we officially started the non-for-profit,
right.
Yeah.
So for the last we're almost 3 years now, because
Yep.
What do you feel? How do you feel the impact we're making versus when we first started? You know what I mean? And I think that's a good question to ask, because in the beginning, people were just like, "Are you going to be able to make an impact?" And now, 3 years later, people are seeing the impact. So, can you tell us the difference from when we started to the impact we're making now?
Yeah, I believe that we have touched thousands of lives through our education and awareness. I think that people are more willing to talk about cancer. I think that we have opened the door to conversation about pet cancer because people were at the first, I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to know about it, where now people are really willing to talk about it, where they're willing to explore. People are reaching out to us all the time on our website for a free pet cancer test. I also know that we have passed out over 250 pet cancer tests. We're receiving so much data back, talking to us about pet cancer. We're getting that data that understands that with that early diagnosis, we are saving lives. Because if not for that early detection test, that would have just gone on. I think we're also educating people about pet cancer from a standpoint. 6 million dogs, 6 million cats are diagnosed with pet cancer every year. Dogs over the age of 7, 50% of them will be diagnosed with cancer. Cats, it's 1 in 5. So I think it's opening up that conversation and causing people to go, I need to think about this. And I think about it, if you compare it to human terms, just like a woman, just like a girl, I'm going to do a breast self-examination. I'm going to look at my body once a month. Whether I like it or not, I'm going to look and I'm going to see if there's anything going on. We need to do the same for our best friends. We need to do checks on them for lumps, bumps,
Bumps.
anything that doesn't sound right, feel right. Some of these things that we think, oh, he's just tired. Oh, he jumped off the couch and he might have hurt himself.
Must be sprained.
Again,
Maybe just twisted
all
him
these
up.
little nuances that yeah. He's scooting. He's scooching his butt on the boot scooting boogie. That's a sign of anal cancer. People don't realize that. Even just some of the things that we have from nasal or throat or things, it's incredibly important to realize that may be a sign of cancer. And so we need to get this checked. We need to work more closely with the veterinary community and our veterinarians, or we need to take the first step at home. We really need to just take the first step at home, because they're our children. They're going to live to their 30, 30, whenever their dog years are 30.
You're 30 in dog years, yeah. But not quite 30 our years.
That's correct. Yeah. And then also think about it from a health perspective. We took obesity. These things that, that can make us healthier. It makes us healthier with humans, makes us healthier with the dogs as well. So
what do we do, girlfriend?
I think we are living longer, happier, healthier lives with dogs by our side. We just need to make sure that we're giving them their best life possible, and that we're giving them every opportunity to live a healthier life. And let's start that with a pet cancer. And the thing is, it's non-invasive. You're doing a wellness check anyway, like during your yearly examination, or say it's a dog that is predisposed to cancer, like golden retrievers. Over 65% are now diagnosed with cancer every year. So that number is going up. Labrador retrievers, boxers, German shepherds. Think of all these dogs, French bulldogs, that are predisposed to cancer. Start them testing for cancer early. We really need to do this. And I think that starts at age 3, 4. I really would recommend that. We're doing a wellness examination anyway. We're drawing blood anyway. Let's just make sure that we get that blood work done for them as well.
Right. I agree 100%. And I just have to bring up the one point just really quickly that you were talking about butt cancer and dogs, and little Frank back there popped right up as soon as you started talking about that, looked right at you. You just kept going on, and he did a beeline right out the room. He was like, nope, we are not talking about my butt. It was quite cute and behind you.
I've had to wipe his butt so much this week. I don't know. He's gotten into some plants. Who knows?
I know. We just had to have a little comical there because it was a heavy conversation. But he was just like, nope, I'm out.
The thing is, we talk it that it's a heavy conversation. It doesn't have to be. That's where we get into the early detection, because it's a celebration of life. Because if you found out that you got an early diagnosis, you don't have to make that call for, the euthanasia.
Yes.
Because it's too late. Because again, by the time that you get a cancer diagnosis or you realize that it's cancer, it's too late. Let's find out earlier. Let's save more lives. And that is the power of early detection. And that's the mission that we're on, is we're marching for more memories. That's what we're doing.
So tell us a little bit more about this marching for memories. You know what I mean? I have like maybe one more question, but I want to hear more about the marching for memories, because I will be marching for Moose, of course, and Teddy and everybody else's dog. You know what I mean? I've got my own, but I feel like I've got to walk and make, at least a couple steps for everybody, because I hear the stories, and I'm so part of the organization that, I feel like I've got to help make sure that everybody is, memorialized as we can. But tell us a little bit more about that.
So the whole month of November, we're having a virtual walk. It is a 5-mile walk. You can walk anywhere. You can do steps. You can grab a glass of wine. You can have a sip of wine, and that will be part of your walk. You can do 5 miles anywhere, anytime, and all you have to do is register through Run Sign Up, MoosesMarch.com, and they can walk the entire month of November. Now, if you're in the amazing cities of Fort Myers, Florida, Chicago, Illinois, Westminster, Colorado, Nashville, Tennessee, and Wilmington, Delaware, we're actually having in-person walks at 10 a.m. on November the 22nd, Saturday, November the 22nd. That's a Saturday before Thanksgiving. And there are different locations here in Fort Myers. We have paired up with Lee County Sheriff's Office, and we're walking at Miramar Outlets. We are in Chicago. You're going to be at Bessie Woods, I think it is.
Bessie Woods. Yep, we're going to
Bessie
walk
Woods.
around the Elks. Yep, the Elks Elks area. They have a really beautiful elk area that you can walk around, so it's really pretty. So we're going to do that.
And in Westminster, Colorado, it's sponsored by Academy Bank. And that's going to be doing a walk through their beautiful downtown area, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Still determining the locations now in Nashville. But yeah, we're so, and Wilmington, Delaware.
Oh, I was going to say, don't forget Lisa down there in Wilmington. She's
gosh.
got a whole group already.
A slew of people. Wilmington, Delaware, that is Lisa McGrath from Thorne's Promise. She is paired with us, and this event is co-sponsor, and they're doing lanyards as for Who Am I Walking For? It's going to be absolutely outstanding, spreading the awareness of Thorne's Promise and Moose's March. That's going to be in Wilmington, Delaware. I'm not sure of the exact location. You can go online and look at those locations, but it's going to be a beautiful day to create and march for more memories and walk in honor of a pet that you've lost, or walk in honor of your own, of your pet who's passed away, or just get out there and walk and celebrate life with your dog.
So as we wrap things up, how can we as the general public help? Like, what can we do to step in and make Moose's March better? Or, what do you need from us, the public?
Oh my goodness. That's a loaded question. I need people to talk about us. I need to spread the word. We need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. We're the only 501c3 dedicated to the early detection of pet cancer. And, in the sea of non-for-profits, we are the only one. And I think that's important to say that. And we've paired with the veterinary community. We've paired with the pet industry. We've paired with the pet bereavement community, because the link and the connection and how devastating that loss is. Talk about it. Donate. Moose's March, we are funded on donations and private donations. Without those donations, we don't get to pass out pet cancer tests. And so obviously the more people know about it, the more people that donate to our cause, the more lives we can touch and the more lives we can save.
I agree 100%. Well, as we wrap things up, is there anything else that you feel that we need to know about Moose's March before we end it today?
I think just
join. Just come join us.
Join our cause, but also importantly, look at your dog, look at your cat, check them out, take the time. It's easy to get on our phones. It's easy to just do these things and not pay attention to things, or let's wait till your early checkup. We forget the signs. We don't recognize the signs. Recognize the signs of pet cancer early and get your pet tested. Get him. It's diagnosed for early pet detection.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Well, thank you for sharing all that about our. Hey, join us on the walk. Right. We're all going to be walking. Yeah. We're going to be walking. Yep. We love it.
Come see me.
Come see me in Chicago. You know what I mean? We're actually in the suburbs, but come check us out. You know what I mean? And it'll be a lot of fun for all of us. And you know what I mean? Come check us out in any of our cities that we're walking in. All of them have, been affected by it, touched by it. You know what I mean? And they want to join us. So come join us. And, you know what I mean? If you have any questions, feel free to email us, Tricia at moosesmarch.com.
Yep.
Right? Yes. Yeah. .com. Forgot. I keep thinking ours is .net. Feel free to reach out to us at any point. I'm Jessica at moosesmarch.net or com. See, I don't even know where I'm at anymore.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm petsorfamily.net.
Petsorfamily.net. Come see us. Come join us. You guys don't want to miss us. Absolutely. Yeah. Also, I just want to give a shout out. This November, we have 50 pet cancer tests being provided free of charge through a partnership through Moose's March, Volition Veterinary, and Antech Diagnostics to Gulf Coast Humane Society. We're going to be focusing on the senior population of pets, dogs over the age of 7. Dr. Alana Knapp, who's going to be with us sometime here shortly, is their veterinarian, and we're just so pleased about this. And again, 50 pet cancers tests donated by our friends at Volition Veterinary and Tech Diagnostics with their equipment Element I+, and also through Moose's March and the partnership with them, so through Gulf Coast Humane Society. So we were so pleased about that, and just gosh darn it, join us, join our cause.
Join our cause, yes. And it'll make you feel better at the end of the day, always, because you're doing something good for those that can't speak for themselves. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
They can't do it. So thank you, Tricia, for chatting with us today, and thank you for sharing. And welcome again to our Red Coral family. Join our cause with with us, and you'll see more and more about Moose's March as throughout the our time with you guys here at Red Coral. So We'll see you guys next week then. So hopefully we'll have a new guest on next week. So talk to you guys later. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to Pets Are Family. You can find us on all the channels now. Yes, all the channels now. So make sure you share us with your friends, your families, and your coworkers, and anybody that has a pet. Make sure you like us, give us your feedback, tell us if anything that you want us to talk about, all that fun stuff. You can reach me at jessica@petsourfamily.net or Tricia@petsourfamily.net. Thank you for everything that you guys do, but make sure you like us, subscribe, check us out on YouTube. You can always see what we're up to. And we want to thank all of our sponsors, all of the people that support us. We love every one of you, and we can't thank you enough. And remember, check out Moose's March, moosesmarch.com, MOOSESMARCH.com. Come check us out. Talk to you guys soon. We'll see you next week.